Well, guys, how's it going? So it's about 6:30ish or so. It's well, I guess if you listen, what do you don't hear? No freaking wind. So no wind for a bloody once. It's actually pretty fucking calm out, if you ask me, which is a good thing because wind's been blowing around pretty good, and there's probably certain areas I guess that I could snow blow, like the shop, and then I think the driveway at the farm, one of the driveways there could use a little bit of a touch up, and then the ramp on the dike. I probably could use a little bit of a touch-up too, but I'm not going to really waste my time with it right now. So it's just it's supposed to get nicer out, so they say, and they kind of keep changing the temperature, but I kind of hope that it'll last for a couple. Well, so far for at least for 1 week anyway. It's going to be getting warmer out. I mean, every day it's going to start getting a little bit warmer out now. Right now, it's 29 and feels like 29 because there's no wind. So it's decent out. Like if you were doing stuff, like maybe shoveling a little bit of snow or something, I think you could get away with not wearing overalls. I think you could just wear a sweater and gloves and maybe a hat and you'd be fine for a little while. I mean, if you're going to stay out for long hours, you probably would want to maybe dress up a little bit warmer than that, or, take breaks, whatever. So, but, I've been doing stuff kind of for the last 2 days. I mean, again, a lot of it's just small bullshit stuff that I got to take care of. So, yeah. So, they are talking some nice weather. They're talking at least close to 40. There's going to be 1 or 2 days that it actually could hit 40, but who knows what the winds are going to be like on that day. So if it's 40 out and there's a 20-mile-an-hour wind gust, well, it could be down to 30. So, and there is supposed to be 1 sunny day yet too, but I don't know, it'll be nice, I guess. We kind of deserve a freaking break from this cold. It's been hell on everything. So, yeah, it's just been pure hell on everything. So, but what are you going to do, right? So, what else is going on? Well, I got some stuff. I've been picking up some stuff over the last couple of weeks. Nothing really important, I guess. I did pick up some of this paracord, I guess they call it. I think this is like the cheapest stuff that you can get, but 50 feet. This is the blue one, and then I got another one. It's an orange one. It's only rated for 110 pounds. That's the safe working load. That's what I can probably take before it snaps. But the plans are with this, I don't need all this, so I'm probably going to have to cut it, but I'm going to try this on the John Deere cultivator. Because right now I just have that big steel cable on there, and that cable is getting wore out. It's starting to break. So there's not too many more years left on that cable. I've already had to patch it a couple times, and I'm sick and tired of patching shit. So I'm going to try this. I don't know if this is going to be strong enough because it's only rated for 110 pounds. And I don't know. And they said you can use it for all kinds of stuff. All-weather cord, so it sounds like you could leave it out, all year round, and it wouldn't hurt it. It probably would fade a little bit. But this is good for anything, really. Like if you had to make a tent, you know, like you had to make a tent to live in for shelter, you could just hang this from one tree to the other, and then just put like a tarp over that, right? It would be your tent. So this stuff's kind of good to have in stock anyway, even if you don't use it for farming related stuff. You can use it for emergencies, or it even says on here too, you can use it for crafting. So cheap stuff is cheap, so unfortunately I don't think it's going to last. But I'm going to try it anyway. Like I said, I got 2 of that just to try it out. But that won't be until the summertime. The hardware got some new signs in, so I think I should be good. Should be good for signs, you know, for a while. I got these yellow ones I think I showed a long time ago. I've had these for quite a while. These are these plastic ones. This is all he had in stock at the time, so I picked up a couple of those, and I'm using one right now because he didn't have the red ones in, the black and red ones, and those are just about, I think they're a little bit cheaper than this stuff. But yeah, see, this is what I use at the farm, but this one just says no trespassing. This is for my place. The ones I get for the farm say no trespassing and no hunting. Those are the farm signs. These are for my place. But they had some new signs in, and these are actually made out of, hang on, let me get you guys adjusted here. These are made out of metal, and I'm not going to use these until I run out of the other signs, but these are, no, they're white this time, but they're they're metal or aluminum, whatever. Yeah, so, but again, I mean, it has more on there than what we need. You know, it says posted private property, hunting, fishing, trapping, or trespassing for any purpose is strictly whatever. I can't really read that word because the sticker's over it, and then whatever. So these are going to be the new ones to replace all the other ones when I run out. And since these are aluminum, I mean, I don't know, the flood will probably wreck them, but I think if they get bent, you probably could just straighten them right back out and you'd be fine again. But yeah, they're only going to last so long, of course. What is the dirty little bastard? So yeah, I got those. Those weren't really. You get what? Yeah, you get 6. I think it was under $16 for 6 of them. I think so. But my plans are, if it works, I don't know. I'm going to have to try it at some point, but I might just drill a hole through, like a hole through the center of one of them, and then since I mount my signs technically on these type of brackets, these are for T-posts, I might just drill a hole through the center of that and then just bolt the sign on, and I think just one bolt will be fine. If you get it tight enough, it probably won't really do much, because I'm getting sick and tired. Here's one right here that needs to get worked on. You see, it's wood. I've spray painted it, but the spray paint falls off and then the wood rots. I think the sign might be salvageable. It's a little dirty. The birds keep shitting on it. That's the ones that the birds like, I guess. This one used to be up by the yard, but I moved it further down because it did take a hit from the tractor at one time. So, and I got 2 other ones here in the shop. I took them down because one, they're closer to the flood water, And I don't think I ever can really get to them in time, even though there's been times have been able to, but you know, I just don't think I'm ever going to get to them in time. And then the flood wrecks them. You can see this one here went under. Of course, given how the bracket's all rusty now, you know, it went under. And that's the problem, too, is that they can stay under for weeks at a time, and then they rust. So I got one more board down here. That's that board right there. I was going to make another sign holder out of that to replace, I guess, which one here is given up. But I don't know if I'll paint them or not, because I'm just getting kind of sick and tired of it. I'm hoping that the aluminums will be better. And you can actually buy them off their website, too. They have a website, and you can buy them on their website. Of course, you have to have an account in order to really see the true price, but I imagine they'll be around that $16 or whatever as well. So I don't know, but I'm going to switch over to these aluminum ones and give them a try, see if they work. I mean, they're going to bend. I know they're going to bend when the flood waters hit them, or if a log hits them. But I think overall it probably would be better, because all you would have to do is pull one bolt, maybe two. If I really had to put two in there, I could do it. Just put one or two, just take the bolts out and then put a new sign on, bolt it back up, and hang it back up. You know. So, yeah. I don't know. I might even have to drill. I mean, they have holes in them to mount to wood or whatever you're going to mount them to, but the holes are too far apart. So I have to drill a couple of holes at the bottom of them, like I've done to these. Obviously, you can see the wires here. If I don't tie them to the post, then the wind will sit there and just rock them. And then when they rock on the post, well, then they slide down the post. So that's why I got to have wire on them, tie them into place. It works. Once you tie them, they stay. Nothing can really hurt them besides, the flood or a tractor. So, yeah. But that's the plans anyway for that. I'm going to switch over to those aluminum ones once I run out of these. I'm going to probably order more. I should have enough signs, I think, to get me through the rest of 2024. Just because, they do last. It's just once you get past the flood bullshit, well, then you're fine for the rest of the year. But, yeah, other than that, But the problem is, too, is that the signs, they fade. These will probably, I think, fade eventually, too. I don't know. Given that they're aluminum, the paint would be different. So I don't know how well they would fade. It might take longer. But I don't want to risk it. So I'm just going to save them for last. And then, if they fade, well, then I can just replace them. It ain't going to be that big of a deal. So I don't know. I'll try them. But I think I'm going to be a little bit happier with them. And then these plastic ones, they crack. They crack. They just crack from being old. So, and then once they crack, then the wind can get behind them and then it breaks them off. Since I've started hanging up signs, I must have lost at least 5 or 6 over the, years that I've been doing it, that the wind just rips them off and then they're gone. I don't know where they ever go. I think I found 1 or 2, but other than that, they're gone. So I can never save them. So, but whatever. So the aluminums, like I said, will be for last. And then I'm just gonna, if I'm happy with them, then I'm just gonna stick with them. If the hardware won't get them in stock anymore, then I'll probably just order them off their website then, and it'll be fine. So, and the other thing is I ordered off of eBay, because I don't know why I keep going to eBay, because I think that's where everything's cheap and it breaks, but I thought it was the John Deere's battery that was crapping out, because my maintainer would say it was charging the battery, and then all of a sudden it would blink red, like it lost connection, and then I thought maybe it's the battery or something, maybe something's going wrong with it, or it was trying to charge the battery again. So, but it wasn't the battery. I managed to figure it out. That was my extension cable for my battery tender. See, like I have one here on Big Red. This is the hardwired version, but I have an extension cable, and that'll go from this end to the maintainer's end. Yeah, it was somewhere in here where it broke, or the wire that broke or something, and then whenever the wire would move even just a tiny bit, well, it would lose connection. So I managed to figure that out. Thank God it wasn't the battery, because I don't want to deal with another battery problem. So thank God it was just that. That's a cheap, easy fix. The problem is that the other one that I had on there, because it was a short one, it was not long enough. It was only a 6 foot when I really needed like a 12 foot. But I got the 6 foot. I was like, well, I'll make it do for now. Oh, there goes some deer. I figured I would make it do for now. And then I'll order the 12 foot later on or whatever, right? So, but come to find out, I don't know why it broke on the extension cable, because that cable was bought back in June of 2023. So it's not that old. It's not even a year old yet, and it already crapped out. It would be, I think, like 7 months old. So, not sure what happened there. I don't know if it maybe because it was because of the cold. The only thing I could really think of, there's only two things I could think of. One, the cold. Maybe the cold froze the wire and the wire broke when I tried to move it. The other thing is that since it was only a 6 foot cable, that cable was actually maxed out. You could, if you tried to, extend it anymore, you just pull it out of the plug. So it took every inch of that cable to make it fit. So I don't know, maybe since I was doing it that way for so long, that maybe it, stretched the cable out, the wire inside, it stretched it, and then it broke. So now this time I actually went and got the proper size ones. I got a 12 foot, which is more than enough, but I'd rather have extra slop in the wire than it being tight. And again, I don't know if it's maybe because the cable is junk, like they're cheap cables. And I don't know. I don't know. But I bought 2 of them because, only 7 months old, makes me kind of question the quality of the cable. They're not cheap. I mean, I think they're priced fair, but if they're going to break within 7 months, that's not going to really do me any good. So I figured, well, I'll buy myself 2. Then that way, if this one craps out in another 7 months or whatever, even sooner, for all the hell I know, then I have another one that I can just slap up there, and that'll buy me some time. So, but yeah, that was actually my mistake though when I bought the 6 foot version of that. I thought that was plenty, but come to find out, it was far from enough. And the next size up you could only find was, well, for this one anyway, it was 6 or 12 foot. And I think they went all the way up to like 20 or 25 feet. So, but I think 12 foot would have been plenty, and sure enough it was. So, it's more than good enough. So, but yeah, I don't know. So I'm getting caught up on some projects, I guess. I'm not really sure what's going on now. I had to take Mother over to Grandma's place because my grandma wanted a haircut, and she's not going to the haircut lady anymore, so Mother's been kind of doing it. So had to take her over there, and I figured while they were doing that, I would just, I guess, fart around for a while. I checked up on the cattle, see what they were doing. I figured, well, I'll check up on the 1586, see how that dual's doing, and the dual's doing fine. It's in sad condition, but she'll get through the rest of the winter, I think, all right. But I knew that the 1586 was low on hydraulic oil. I knew it was at least 5 gallons low. Well, I checked the dipstick again today, and there's nothing on the dipstick. So I don't know if the cold, since we had such a cold spell there for a while, I've never had that issue before. I don't know if maybe the oil shrunk. There's less volume of it now, so now it's not even on the stick. Or if it's literally been leaking out all winter fucking long. So I'm going to check it again. I mean, it's probably not empty, like completely empty, but if it's not on the stick, it's probably pretty fucking low. So I don't know if the 15.6 will even be good to go this year for any raking hay or any kind of duty, because I just can't keep up with freaking repairs. I'm hoping that it just had something to do with the cold, and maybe the oil shrunk a little bit and it's not reading on the dipstick now. And maybe when it starts warming up, when it gets this week of warm weather, maybe it'll expand again. I don't know. But if it's bone dry, then it's been leaking. So then how much is this exactly leaked? I don't know. So, but if it's bone dry, yeah, the tractor's done for the year then, because I think those tractors hold at least 30 gallons of hydraulic oil. You know how much that's going to cost me? Because I think at least one pail, I don't know exactly, because I've never actually had to physically pay for one of these with cash. I've always just thrown it on my bill and I walked out the door. But I bet you, because this is the cheaper stuff. I don't get that nice fancy hydraulic oil. Why? The tractor leaks like crazy, so why pay all that money? Yeah, this is Mobil, whatever. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, Mobil. Mobil 424 tractor hydraulic and trans fluid. So it's I bet you that's probably at least $80 pail of hydraulic oil. And yeah, it's just, these pails are empty. These pails are empty because one of these pails was a brand new pail, and I was going to save that for whenever I needed it. But then we had to jack the tractor up, to put the dual on, and then for some reason it decided to piss the hydraulic oil out. And then by the time we got done figuring that out, well, then I was low on hydraulic oil, and I put the whole 5-gallon pail hydraulic oil in it, my last one, and it's still. So I mean, if it got it to the full line, but I like them to be over the field line. But now it's just not even on the damn stick, period. So I don't know. But I don't know. If I have to buy 30 gallons of hydraulic oil, yeah, whatever. That's not going to happen. That's going to be a long summer fucking project, and then you're right back to freaking winter again. So it's like, why even put it in then? It's just like, leave it fucking dry then for the summer if I can't run it. And then just, I don't know. So won't be able to work my trail, but I guess whatever. What are you going to do? I'm not going to be able to keep up with these stinking repairs. So it's just, I'm only doing one thing at a time, and that's just the way it's going to fucking be. Because if you try to take on all these projects, well, then other projects get put further down the damn line, and then they never get done. So my lawnmower, the mower deck, that needs to be repaired. I still haven't looked at it. I think that's going to be more of a springtime thing. I still haven't decided if I'm going to attempt to fix it myself, or if I'll just take the damn mower deck to John Deere and let them fart around with it. And then, because I need my mower deck, So I'm going to have to, I'm trying to save up money for that too. Not getting very far with that either, because it's one thing after another. And now, next month I got to buy a TV. I got to buy another small TV. So that's probably $100 right there. Because I don't need anything fancy. I'm trying to find a non-smart TV. Because it seems like everybody just wants to make these stupid smart TVs, and I don't need that. But luckily, there's still one or two companies out there that are still making these non-smart TVs, or just a normal TV. So, and I can get them on, I think it was Walmart or Best Buy or whatever. I can order one online and have it shipped here. So, yeah. And then after that, I'm going to probably should start getting some oils. Because the Blazer's down to 45% oil life, which I think it'll still, it should still make it through the rest of the winter all right on that. It's not like it's going down a crazy amount. So I got to get oil, got to get a filter. Luckily, I don't have to pay shipping. I can just go to that guy and get it and be done. And then after that, I don't know. So that's too far ahead now to see what's next in line. So I don't know, but it's just too much crap and not enough time and not enough money. So what are you gonna do? So I don't know. Like I said, if the tractor's completely out of hydraulic oil, it's just going to have to stay that way. I don't know what the hell happened to it. We've had colder winters before, and I don't know why the tractor would lose all that hydraulic oil. So, like I said, I'll check it again after we've had this warm stretch of weather. And if it hasn't come back up on the stick even just a little bit, well, then I know she's down there. So then she's just going to stay that way. Then I'm not going to be in a hurry to put a brand new tire on it. So yeah, I don't know. Still looking at tires and yeah, I think the cheapest one is that what is it, a BKT or whatever. That's really the only cheapest tire that I could find as of right now. You're still talking, $1,700, but that's already including shipping and everything. So, and then I looked at another Goodyear. The duals are that one anyway that's on right now. That's actually a different Goodyear. It's a different whatever tire. It's still a Goodyear, still the same size, but it's a different tire compared to the tire that's actually blown out. So I figured, okay, well, that's a different style of Goodyear tire. It's still a Goodyear tire, same size and everything. I figured it's a little bit different. Could I still find that tire? You can still find that exact same tire. Again, it's just not in that same number. It's that they updated the numbers now to this. And $1,900 for that tire. And then if you want shipping, and there's going to be tax and whatever, then you're talking like $2,100. So they're going, okay, well, at least it would be a matching tire, but that's matching the duals. That's not matching the outside tires. So I don't know. I probably will just eventually switch them all over to that BKT or whatever, but I just need one for now, just so I can get the tractor back in service. But now it's just apparently completely out of hydraulic oil. So I don't know. That tractor just needs to be completely gone through at some point. I think the rear end just needs to be fucking pulled off. The cab needs to be lifted off. Look at all the hydraulic systems on it. Replace every seal, every gasket, you name it. Fix it. fix the fucking TA while you're at it, you know, and then slap the bitch back together. It's just like, you know, it's ridiculous because that tractor bleeds more hydraulic oil than I don't know what. That's way too much hydraulic oil to be bleeding out. So I don't know what the hell's going on there. So probably start with the remotes on the back, take them off one at a time, and hopefully take them over to Case IH and have them rebuild them one every now and then. And then that'll fix at least a couple of hydraulic leaks, but then when you get further in, well, then who knows what's gonna happen there. So, but yeah. So I don't know. But if she's low on hydraulic oil, she's going to be that way for quite some fucking time because I have other things that I need to get done. And who knows when I'm going to get a tire for that tractor because obviously I got to sell that bull first, and he's what's going to help pay for that tire. I mean, it's not going to pay for the whole thing. It would be nice if I got $2,000 for my bull, but chances of that happening are probably quite slim. But if I get at least $1,000 for that bull, I mean that would be a huge start. But you're still talking the rest of the summer being on that dual, so nothing I can do about it. So I don't have enough cows to help pay for this stuff. I got to get more cattle too, but it's just, you know, that there goes more money, right? So I don't know. I guess we'll just take it one day at a time. Right now, I don't. The 1586 is not priority. Big Red is not even on the list anymore. I've just erased them completely because this is going to be probably a couple of years. I've even thought about maybe ordering like a really heavy duty cover and then just pushing Big Red outside and just put the cover on it. Because I want my freaking space. I want to be able to get to my trailer without having to move fucking Big Red. So, I don't know. There's a couple places that are selling some nicer four-wheelers. You know, I think one was a 2017 and the other one, I think it was a 21, 2021, but they're all in much better shape than Big Red. They're actually functional. So, but I think the 2017 model, they're both about an hour away from here, so no matter which way you look at it, it's still about the same. But I think for the 2017, he wanted $8,000 for that. But that's because it's only got like 300 something miles on it, and he put a brand new seat on it. Because apparently they had it parked too close to a bonfire, and I guess the sparks or whatever were landing on the seat, and they burned the seat. So, and then I think it came with a snowplow too, but I don't really need a snowplow because obviously I fucking have one. So, but I don't know. I don't know what to do with Big Red. Big Red's obviously not going to get an oil change this year. Why? I haven't even driven. I don't think I even got half of the summer out of him last year, if anything at all. And then he sat. So, so I don't know. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know if it's just. I mean, obviously, this is going to cost probably $1,500 to fix, probably more. So, I don't. That if I do decide to get it fixed, it's going to be a year when there's nothing else going on, and it just seems like there's always something going on. At least 23 was a disaster. Everything kept breaking. And it just seems like 24 is going to go down that same road. But it's all just stupid little shit that keeps breaking all the time, and I'm just trying to get caught up, but I can't. So, I don't know. It's getting to be hard and it's getting to be frustrating. So, right now, the mower deck is priority number one. I gotta try to save up money for that, and then decide on what I want to do there, obviously. Either take it in or try to fix it myself, but I need my mower deck, so But I don't know. This is what it is. But to see that the 1586 is completely out of hydraulic oil, that just really kind of pissed me off. Because that's just another thing now I have to do. It's just like, I can't win. You know, it's just like, okay, fine. Be a piece of shit then and just sit there then. I'm not going to keep freaking putting money into you when I don't have the money to put into it. So, yeah. I mean, it's nice to own older stuff because, yeah, you can fix it yourself, and usually parts are a little bit cheaper than newer stuff. But if you get newer stuff, well, then there's maybe that, lesser chance of shit going wrong. But then it's also, if something goes wrong, you ain't fixing it yourself. You got to take it to a damn dealer. So I don't want to deal with it. I want stuff that I can try to fix myself. So, but I don't know. I honestly don't think the 1586 would have bled all the hydraulic oil out if it was at least in a building. So, but nothing you can really do about that. So, I don't know. Just have to keep an eye on it. I'll check it at the end of the week or whatever. They're saying it's supposed to be warm going into next week. So, somebody could see 30s and low 40s, but maybe that'll warm stuff back up a little bit more, and then maybe the hydraulic oil will come back. I don't know. But if she's empty, then she's staying empty. Nope, not doing it. So if I can't use it, I can't use it. I'm not gonna cry about it. It's another piece of shit that needs to be worked on, and I don't have time for it. So. Mother thinks I had to sell Big Red. I probably could get a couple of grand for Big Red, but honestly, I don't think anybody's going to want a piece of shit either that needs another $1,500 worth of work. It's like, I mean, you fix the charging system, fix the ball joints, you got a perfectly fine machine then. It'll run perfectly fine, it'll do everything you want it to do. That's all that's wrong with it. Ball joints and the charging system. The charging system is pretty much what shut them down because it wouldn't charge the batteries anymore, so it just kept killing them. So, But yeah, and then fix the ball joints. Well, then that's another problem you have to deal with. So, oh yeah, and then the exhaust system. I forgot about that too. That's all questionable, but you could still run it the way it is. It's louder than it really should be, but it's not like it's priority. I mean, the charging system is priority number one on that, and then you got your ball joints. So I think the exhaust could be last. So, but I don't know. It is what it is, unfortunately. So, but I guess, guys, I'm going to take off. Just want to give you guys an update to what's going on. Got some things and fixed some things, and stuff still breaking. So I don't know. So, but like I said, if the 1586 bled all its hydraulic oil out, it can just stay empty. I'm not going to care about it. So, it's just another stupid thing that you got to figure out what the hell's going on with it. So, but I mean, it's probably because of the cold. It had plenty of hydraulic oil in it when I parked it. I mean, it was a little bit low. But I figured, it's all right. It'll be okay. There's nothing on the stick now, so I don't know. It either could be the cold or literally just it leaked it all out. So, but if it does that again next year, well, then there's something wrong somewhere. Something's going to have to get looked into, because I'm not going to keep buying hydraulic oil all the time. That's just ridiculous. So, but whatever. I don't know. So I'll have to go and talk to that guy too and see what he charges for a pail of hydraulic oil. See what they cost. But I bet you they're probably $70, $80 a pail. Even though that's the cheapest stuff on the planet, but what do you do? So, but I don't know. I don't know if I even dare buy one pail and throw it in, because what if it all just leaks it right back out again, right? So, it probably wouldn't do it in the summertime, probably. I don't know, it might be alright in the summertime, but that's the thing too, right? It's just when it gets cold again, is they're going to leak it all back out again, So, I don't know. It's just annoying. So But I guess, guys, I'm going to take off. Like I said, I just want to give you guys an update to what's going on. And, yeah. Lots of stuff. So, maybe one day we'll get caught up, but won't be anytime soon. So, but, yeah. Alright, guys. I'm going to take off. So, I guess have a good day and stuff. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.